Optimum, in partnership with Dave Campbell's Texas Football, believes in great connectivity and supporting each community it serves. And that's why we've teamed up for the fourth consecutive year to present the Dave Campbell's Community Connector School program presented by Optimum. This fall, 15 schools will be spotlighted, and at the end of the season, communities will rally to vote for their school to be named the Community Connection School of the Year, and a chance to receive a $2,500 donation thanks to the support of Optimum. Today, we are proud to spotlight our Community Connection School of the Week, Nacogdoches High School, and the recipient of our Community Connector Award, Coach Farshid. Coach Farshid has been selected to receive this nomination for all his hard work, dedication, and service to the Nacogdoches community. Joining us to celebrate Coach Farshid, we have the head football coach and NISD athletic director, Darren Allman. Joining us on behalf of Optimum is market engagement manager, Kurt Allison. And from Nacogdoches High School, we have principal, Mr. Autry. Coach Farshid, tell us what your reaction was when you found out you were selected to receive the Community Connector School of the Week award, and what motivated you to get involved in supporting Nacogdoches High School and their students?
Well, first I got a phone call from Coach Allman that indicated that I was selected for or recommended for the award. I was very surprised because I didn't feel like I was worthy of that. At the same time, I was very humbled and grateful and excited.
And Coach Allman, Coach Farshid is obviously a tremendous community leader and has set a positive example for your kids. Tell us why it's so important for you to preach community involvement and participation to your players.
The athletic programs in high school are really a reflection of the community, and the leaders in the community who understand that and who get involved, not just with the athletic portion of the school process, but the academic side of that as well. And you know, they're invaluable to us. And when you guys selected Nacogdoches as the city, and then asked me to find a candidate, I think it was kind of a no-brainer. I told Coach Farshid that one guy came to mind, and I couldn't really think of anybody else but him. He's been such a great example. So he's important, and many other people in our community are as well.
Mr. Autry, tell us what Coach Farshid means to the Dragons community and why it's so important to have leaders like him volunteering to support your students and program each year.
So one of the things that we strive to do on our campus is we have a motto or a theme or whatever it is. We always say, think, act, and train like champions so that you can achieve success. Coach Farshid just exemplifies that on a daily basis, and he spreads that to our community and our kids. You know, when we talk about think, it's what you believe. You know, he believes in our kids, he believes in our community. You know, I don't know Coach Farshid when he came to Nacogdoches, but he has spent his career pouring his heart and soul into supporting students, our community, building programs in soccer that will last, you know, for a lifetime, hopefully. I mean, our current soccer coach is one of his players, you know, and he still mentors him and supports him. And it continues his influence inside the school to our students, to our community. You know, he serves on our school board, puts a lot of thought and questioning in what he does to support the community and make the decisions that are best for our students. And he puts them first. You know, he is definitely a servant leader.
Kurt, tell us why it was so important for Optimum to partner with Dave Campbell's Texas Football to spotlight Texas high school communities, and how special is it for you to see a school like Nacogdoches, a community in which you serve each and every day, receive recognition like this?
I mean, for us, partnering with Dave Campbell for Optimum, partnering with Dave Campbell Football it's a no-brainer. I mean, for those of us that grew up in Texas and have grown up around Texas football, ever since the 60s, right? We've heard this name, Dave Campbell. We've heard Texas football. As a kid, we grew up waiting for the magazine to come out to hope that our name was in it, right? Or if it wasn't our name, it was at least our buddy's name that was in it. Oh, I know that person and how special that was and how big of a name and how strong of a brand that Dave Campbell football is in Texas. And for us, when Dave Campbell approached us and part of our partnership about selecting which schools, I mean, it was easy for me this year. It was like, you know what? We need to point some attention to Nacogdoches and we need to really look at their program and look at the things they're doing. You know, you said it yourself, Coach Allman, when you said that, you know, that community, there's nothing more community than Friday night football. You have so many fans, you have so many parents, you have band members, drill team members, cheerleaders, players, athletes, trainers. You have so many people coming together at one time and at one point to come together for one sole purpose. And that's supporting those students and to beat that other team, you know, and so that's awesome. And for us, the Community Connector program, to take someone like Coach Farshid and to take someone like you, obviously humble, very meek and mild in the background that's supporting students for years and years and years in your whole life, and to bring you to the forefront to be able to go, hey guys, look at this wonderful community connector we have right here in Nacogdoches ISD, right here at the high school, that's pouring his life into your students. And to take that not only on the local level of Nacogdoches, but using an outlet like Texas football and to share that with the state and the thousands and tens of thousands of people that'll watch this video and see your name on that website from Texas football. It's just a great opportunity. And I commend you, Dr. Farshid. You know, we can all be more like you. And I hope one day there's someone that thinks I'm a community connector, other than just a good mouth to talk every now and then. But congratulations and thank you for your commitment to students. There's nothing better than when we're pouring into our students. And you obviously have done that there in Nacogdoches. Nacogdoches is a market that's near and dear to my heart. I go to it as often as I can, personal reasons, as well as for the school system and what's happening there. So I look forward to being there Friday night, but congratulations to you and congratulations to your team and your program there at Nacogdoches.
Thank you. To respond to the first question that was asked, my commitment to the community. I'm going to give you a quick review. Exactly 40 years ago, it was late August of 1982. I was hired by NISD with 1 year of a probationary contract to establish soccer program. And that 1 year lasted 36.5 years.
Oh, wow.
And throughout those years, I was mentored and taught by some of quality coaches and athletic directors. It was, I guess, 2010, and I was approached by superintendent. I was invited to his office and asked me and informed me that he is considering me for athletic directorship. My response to him was, do you realize I'm an immigrant, a soccer coach in the heart of East Texas, which is football country, and all football coaches are also athletic directors in the state? He told me that he's well aware of it. However, that's the direction he wants to go, and gave me a 1 week time to think about it. That was the very first time I ever missed an appointment. I didn't go 1 week. Week second, he called me back in and he said that according to the board wish and the community support, he's going to call me athletic director. I took that job finally with great honor. And my coaching philosophy always has been in two phases, professional and moral. Professionally, as an academic teacher, I should have taught my students to the point that they all successfully finish the year and be able to go to the next grade level or graduated on time. Athletically, my responsibility was to teach the sports, the rules, the laws, policies, and basic foundation, condition and mold the team that can win the district and hopefully beyond the district. Professionally, that was it. And morally, I should be a role model for my students, instill a sense of self-pride, self-confidence, and self-worth, and build their character so they can be successful beyond the life, beyond the high school life. And 2017, I decided to retire. I was 67 years old by then. I decided to retire. About a week after my retirement, I was encouraged to run for school board. I ran for school board with support of my colleagues, school colleagues, and community and parents. And I was able to, be in contest for a at-large position with 5 other contenders. And I was fortunate enough to win by 89.1% of the votes. So that tells me that the community involvement has a fruit, and that was support and trust in the people. And I'm most grateful, and Nacogdoches is my home for the last 4 years.
That's awesome. Coach Farshid, your story is so inspiring to us and to the folks at Optimum. We're just incredibly grateful that we are able to, sit down and talk to you and get to know a little bit more about you and how involved you are in the community. It really is an honor for us. On behalf of Dave Campbell's Texas Football and Optimum, congratulations again to Nacogdoches High School for being named our Community Connection School of the Week, and to Coach Farshid for receiving the Community Connector Award. In honor of this recognition, Optimum will be making a $1,000 donation back to the Dragons program in your name. Thank you again for all you do for your school and your local community. Nacogdoches High School is now one of 15 schools in the running for the Community Connection School of the Year Award and a chance to receive a $2,500 donation to their school. Voting will take place at the end of the year on texasfootball.com, and Dragons fans, it will be up to you to rally the vote and lift Nacogdoches High School to the top. Thank you again to Mr. Autry and Coach Allman for joining us to recognize Coach Farshid. And finally, thank you, Kurt and the team at Optimum, for your support of the Community Connector School program.